If you are scrolling through your phone right now to suppress or distract yourself from any anxious emotions, I know you think this is helping. You probably do feel better in the short term, but all you're really doing is suppressing that anxiety down into your nervous system, down into your subconscious mind. And so it's almost inevitable that it's going to return later today, tomorrow, eventually. So if you actually want to relieve your anxiety, move through your anxiety in a way where you are in control of it and it's no longer a part of your everyday life, here's a tool that I practice, that I teach my clients, that takes no time at all, and you could do it anytime, anywhere, naturally, to relieve your anxiety. So for me, I used to experience overwhelm and I used to constantly pick my fingers. And while I could use a manicure, I'm happy to show off I have no cuts, no picks, nothing on these fingers anymore. So whatever your coping mechanism is, whether that's picking your fingers, scrolling through your phone, binging Netflix, shopping, gambling, drinking, drugs, prescribed or not prescribed, again, all those really do is suppress that anxiety, essentially pressing snooze on it, saving it for a later date. So instead, can you practice moving through that anxiety and actually sit with it, accept it in the moment? So for me, this looked like moments of overwhelm. That's when I would pick my fingers the most. If it was a really busy work day, especially if I had a ton of appointments, a ton of work to do, I just felt like there was no time for anything, that's when I would find myself picking. So the first tool is bringing awareness to this unconscious, to this autopilot habit that you probably have. And then two, whenever that negative emotion, that anxiety comes up, can you just sit with it and notice it? This might sound so simple, and why would this work? But it really helped me in moments of overwhelm. If I just sat with that emotion, just noticed it. If you imagine that anxiety, that overwhelm, that fear, whatever it is that's coming up for you, can you just sit with it? Can you almost imagine that emotion like a loved one, like someone you love unconditionally, a child, a pet, anyone, a friend? Can you imagine hugging that emotion? Just sitting with it, noticing it. This can take as little as 30 seconds for you to do. Do this while taking a few deep breaths. My favorite breath pattern for relieving anxiety instantly is taking 2 inhales through your nose. So 1, top it up, and exhale out your mouth. Doing that breath pattern in combination with you just sitting with, noticing, accepting that anxious fear, worry, doubt, whatever that anxiety or thought or negative emotion is, you'll notice within minutes it starts to feel lighter. It starts to loosen its grip on you. And that's because what you resist through these distraction behaviors, picking your fingers, scrolling through your phone, whatever it is, will continue to persist. What you resist will always persist, versus what you accept, not making that emotion right or wrong, good or bad. You're able to transcend it. You're able to release it. We are emotional beings, and there's nothing wrong with that. The only problem is when we're constantly trying to suppress those emotions. Let me know in the comments how you felt after practicing this and if you found this helpful. And if you want to learn more natural ways to relieve anxiety permanently, head over to my Instagram, and you can even DM me anxiety to learn more about working together.